My name is Nemanja Todorovic, and I'm representing company Nuance Biotechnology from Switzerland. I'm a veterinarian by education, and I would like, before I start with one very interesting topic, to thanks to organizers for such a great organized event. It's a truly honor to be here. It's my first PFI. And as I said, I'm really honored and heartfelt that I'm taking part of this such important event. And I'm really looking forward that in upcoming years, I'm also taking part of the same. Today, I will speak about one very interesting topic. I would say that it's still unknown. However, it's very trendy and very hot topic nowadays, and it is about postbiotics and how these postbiotics can be implemented in the animal nutrition as a concept. So briefly, what I will talk about, I would just in a few sentences say what are the main issues in the animal industry and how our approach with postbiotics and with the whole, I would say, holistic approach can help that we solve the main issues in animal nutrition. Then I will recall on a world of biotics, because biotic world is one of the, I would say, the very important tools to handle all these issues that are present nowadays in the industry. And then comes to the final part, and the most important part, which are postbiotics. So I will say what are postbiotics, and here again I'm emphasizing postbiotics. So different type of the postbiotics, how they are produced, how they are working in animals, and what these postbiotics really means in a practical conditions. As you know, today our industry is facing with many challenges. You know, some of them are very critical. If we start from antibiotic overusage, which consequently cause antimicrobial resistance, then as the next step, it causes nutritional imbalances, health and digestive issues, and what cause is the most important for the producer. So cost and accessibility of the industry. Therefore, one more holistic approach is needed. And when I say holistic approach, so we need to target all these issues from many sides. First, focus on these sustainable practices. What does it mean? Balanced feed formulation, exploration of alternative feed and protein sources, investment in research and in development, and at the end, I think that's something that nowadays is very popular, using of different solutions in the view of different feed additives or different non-antibiotic solutions or practices. All this, I would say, holistic approach has one purpose. One purpose is animal resilience. And if we talk about animal resilience, by definition, resilience is the capacity of animal to be minimally affected by disturbances or to rapidly return to the state before exposure to a disturbance. So for us, nowadays, with all this intensive industry, it's not about can we avoid disturbances for animals, but rather how we can help and support animal to be resilient to all these challenges that exist around them. When we talk about the solutions available to animal nutrition, we are talking mainly about these feed additives, and there are different of them. You know, there are more feed additives than animals in this world, I guess. So every company have different solutions, different type of the feed additives, and most of them can be classified in plant-based compounds, acidifiers, enzymes, novel compounds, and at the end, this biotic world. Here, I would say historically, we talk about prebiotics and probiotics. However, in this new, I would say, concept, we talk also about postbiotic. So just briefly, to understand the difference between pre, pro, and postbiotic. In one, let's say, descriptive way, what we can say, prebiotics are substrate, fertilizer. Okay? Probiotics are seeds from which one plant is growing, and postbiotic is a harvest of this plant. So postbiotics are products which are coming from the live microorganism after the harvest, after the seed grown from the soil. There are some definitions of each of these, I would say, biotics. Prebiotics, I will not tell too much about them. Usually these can be different fibers, different carbohydrates, which are serving as the material for growing of live microorganisms. Probiotics, very simple. Live microorganisms, Bacillus, Clostridium, and many, many different live microorganisms. Postbiotics, by definition, which is adopted by international, I would say, this microbiological committee, is that postbiotics are metabolites and cellular fractions produced by growing microorganisms that are then inactivated. However, it's important to say that not all probiotics can produce good postbiotics, and opposite. Not all postbiotics are obtained from a good probiotic. So practically what is what is done and what we are doing in Nuance Biotechnology, we are isolating different strains from the field, from the healthy farms, doing different genomic, metabolomic analysis, and from these microorganisms we are after that producing and getting metabolites and different peptides. Why postbiotics should be chosen before other biotics? First, they are safe. When I say safe, okay, it's really important to address the difference in safety between other biotics and postbiotics. Probiotics, as a live microorganisms, can still carry genes for antimicrobial resistance. In case of postbiotics, it's not possible. It's simple because they are not live microorganisms. They are just metabolites and peptides derived from live microorganisms. Second reason, compatibility. They are compatible with antibiotics, with acidifiers. They are compatible with even bacteriophages, with any other feed additive or any other feed ingredient which is used in animal nutrition. Third, thermostable. So with all metabolites that can be produced in postbiotics and that postbiotics contain, they are thermostable. So there is no risk of any, I would say, destroying when we talk and when we process the feed which contains postbiotic. Long shelf life, then fast acting, that's very important. When you apply live microorganisms, production of these metabolites in intestines takes time. With postbiotics, practically you are giving the high amount of the metabolites which are acting immediately. Flexibility and precision. What does it mean? It means that by having a good know-how how you produce postbiotic, you can target and tailor postbiotic for specific purpose. So if you want the postbiotic for good digestion, or you want the postbiotic for antimicrobial to target some microbes, you can produce it because you know what you can obtain with the specific process. Ease of administration, definitely, and postbiotic as itself has prebiotic effect. Why? Because they're produced by bacteria and in form to be readily used by bacteria with similar identity to source organisms. So postbiotics can also act as a prebiotic in some cases. How do we produce them? It's very simple. However, there are a few steps that needs to be respected. First, strain selection. Strain is the most important, that you identify the correct strain from which you are obtaining postbiotics. Postbiotics can be obtained from yeast, bacteria, or fungi. Difference is in metabolites. Then the second step is growth or fermentation of these microorganisms. Then the next step is separation of a liquid and I would say solid part during the fermentation. This solid part is the key because from this solid part you are getting metabolites. After that, you're using inactivation. Inactivation methods can be different. Heat as a more traditional, chemical lysis using enzymes, or even high pressure or other technologies that exist nowadays. And at the end, after inactivation, concentration of certain metabolites that you want to produce. What is important, that the strains that they are using are safe, QPS listed, which a QPS list automatically means that they are safe, and deposited, or I would say patented, that you know really what you can obtain from these microorganisms. Okay, what are the mode of action of postbiotics? First, I mean, in general, as I said, postbiotic world is still unknown. However, few very important modes of action. First, postbiotics help that intestinal microbiota is rapidly established and supported. Second, it reduces microbial pathogen level. As I said, by using different techniques and producing different antimicrobial peptides, you can make bacteriocins against E. coli, Clostridium, Staphylococcus, Streptococcus, etc. Then they enhance digestive health and improve nutrient utilization. And the last but not least, which is one very, I would say, interesting mode of action, is that it ensures good communication between the brain and gut. And this is nowadays this very well-known gut-brain axis. It goes in two directions. Brain can affect gut function, and gut itself can affect brain function and can also affect behavior of the animal. Few mechanisms how postbiotics work through this gut-brain axis. Through immune system, to vagus nerve system, to neuroendocrine system by activating different gut hormones, which are controlling appetite, hunger in animals. Circulatory systems. Postbiotics can contain different metabolites or neurotransmitters which are causing vasoconstriction or vasodilatation. And the last, enteric nervous system, which is called the second brain of the animal. Key is in the metabolites, as I said. When we talk about the macromolecules, or the molecules that everyone knows, postbiotics contain carbohydrates, lipids, butyrates, complex molecules like lipoteichoic acid, peptidoglucan muropeptide as lysozyme, that's the ingredient. Organic acids as propionic, lactic, acetic, also valeric linoleic. Enzymes as protease, lipase, superoxide dismutase as antioxidative enzymes. Proteins as lactosepin, bacteriocins, which are antimicrobial peptides, cell surface proteins, and vitamins. What are the modes of action also thanks to these ingredients? Immunity and metabolism, inhibit, for example, salmonella invasion, antimicrobial, plantaricin, which contain postbiotic, teichoic acid as an antioxidant, plasmalogen, also antioxidant and immunomodulatory molecule, lipoteichoic acid, immunomodulatory molecule, and organic acids, as you very well know, substrate for microbiota. So key is in metabolites. However, what does it mean in practice for animals? If we want to summarize all these molecules and all these metabolites that exist in a postbiotic, what does it mean? Optimize metabolism for the animal. Very simple mode of action: regulate blood glucose level, reduce plasma triglyceride through enhanced mitochondrial beta oxidation of fats and promoting liver function. Immunity, both local and systemic. Immune responses, enhancing that overall resilience that we are talking about. Then resilience itself through specific peptides, antimicrobial peptides, as I said, bacteriocins. They're very, very, very important nowadays, and they are called, like, they have another name, which is called L-antibiotic, like very specific replacement for antibiotics, and at the end improves digestibility through the specific enzymes which postbiotic can contain. Amylase, protease, cellulase, if we are targeting more ruminants, for example, also superoxide dismutase as an antioxidative enzymes, and this is what in practice mean for the animal. I tried to be very precise and to speak about everything in 15 minutes. I have only a few seconds more. And really, as I said, what would be as a conclusion for today's presentation, what are postbiotics? So postbiotics are metabolites, not live microorganisms. They are safe, they are fast-acting, and they are really the very good alternative to all other biotics that exist nowadays in the world. So I would like to thank you for your attention. I'm here the whole day, so please, if you have any question about the concept and how we are, let's say, delivering all these modes of action and metabolites to the animals, I'm here to answer on all questions. Once again, thank you very much.